Plastics have become such an entrenched part of our lives. But what exactly is plastic? And how is it made? Plastics are made of polymers, which are long, flexible chains of chemical compounds. This structure allows plastics to be easily molded and shaped, especially under heat and pressure. The first step in the production of plastic is the extraction of crude oil and natural gas from the ground. From there, the fossil fuels are sent to refineries where they are converted into several products, including the building blocks of plastic, ethane from crude oil and propane from natural gas. Ethane and propane are then sent to a cracker plant to be cracked or broken down into smaller molecules. Ethane produces ethylene and propane becomes propylene. Next, a catalyst is mixed in, which links the molecules together and forms polymers called resins. This structure allows plastics to be easily molded and shaped, especially under heat and pressure. Polymerization converts ethylene into the resin polyethylene and propylene into polypropylene. These resins are then melted, cooled down, and chopped up into pre-production plastic pellets known as nurdles. Nurdles are later transported to manufacturers who use heat to mold the nurdles into different types of plastic products. Many of those products actually feature information about their manufacturing process. Numbers called resin identification codes are often featured, indicating which chemicals were used to make the plastic.
Hi everyone, so we often hear the negatives that are associated with plastic, that it's easy to forget all the positive things it has brought into this world. Here are 6 reasons to be thankful for our polymer. Actually, plastic saves lives. Ever wonder why most medical equipment is made out of plastic? Plastics allow a more sterile environment by offering one-time use products and eliminating the needs to sterilize and reuse tools. Plastics also offers a higher level of comfort than the alternative metallic options and is hypoallergenic. Secondly, plastic reduces gas emissions and saves on fuel. The lightweight nature of plastic allows cars to be more fuel efficient, which means we burn up less of our precious limited resources. It also offers lightweight packaging options for transporting goods, leading to less fuel usage. Plastic can be converted into fuel, reducing the amount of fossil fuels that need to be extracted from the earth and helping to keep fuel prices low. Other than that, plastic is sustainable and long-lasting because plastic is a durable, long-lasting material. It is often used in homes, bridges, as infrastructures in buildings, and more. Plastic is lightweight yet strong, is resistant to rot and corrosion, and has strong weatherable due to its ability to achieve tight seals. This also creates more efficient housing, reducing wasted energy for heating or cooling. Being a long-lasting material means less components need to be thrown away due to wear and tear. That means less garbage in our landfills and less need for production of replacement components. And don't forget, plastic improves safety. In automotive, plastic has contributed to a multitude of innovations in safety, from bumpers to seatbelts, airbags, dashboards, and more. These innovations have saved thousands of lives each year. Plastic has also greatly improved sports safety. Think about all the gear athletes use to protect themselves. A helmet, face guard, visor, mouth guard, or even pads, and even the uniform itself. What does it all have in common? It is all made out of plastic. Modern sports gear evolved as sport evolved. Athletes push themselves harder, increasing the risk of injuries. Leather gear eventually transitioned into plastic for more protection and higher durability. Plastic is avoidable. Can you imagine how costly and heavy computers, televisions, and cell phones would be if they were completely made out of metal? Plastic makes these items affordable along with healthcare, automobiles, housing, and the list goes on. And lastly, plastic is reusable. It can be melted down and reshaped over and over again. Recycling plastic means less need to be manufactured new materials and less waste in our landfills. Simply reusing water bottles, as an example, can greatly reduce gas emissions, pollution, and energy usage. Plastic is an invaluable resource that has aided in countless innovations and helped shape the world into what it is today, but it must be used responsibly. We can all do our part to minimizing waste in our landfills, including reducing scrap during production. This doesn't only save money, it reduces energy usage, gas emissions, and plastic waste. Let's work together to give plastic back its good name.
Plastic is actually valuable to us. So let's create a value from the plastic itself by using the 3R, which is the first R is reuse, the second R is repurpose, and the third R is recycle. The first R is reuse. What is the meaning of reuse? Reuse is actually the action or practice of using an item whether for its original purpose or to fulfill for another function. So, did you guys know that you can reuse plastic items in your home? There are tons easy and creative ways we can reuse the plastic items in our homes. Here are the few ideas that we can reusing those plastic items instead of we toss them around.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Syahmi and I'm going to talk about repurpose. Repurpose is one of the 8R steps to minimize waste and save our earth. Repurpose involves of use of item or its part to change its purpose and function using our creativity and imagination. Now I'm going to show you how to repurpose plastic waste to build hydroponic system. There are only 3 ingredients that we need, which is plastic container for water reservoir or nutrient reservoir, plastic cup for grow tray and net pot, and lastly sponge for the weed for plant to grow their root. Step 1. Cut 6 symmetric circle on the plastic container cover. Step 2. Cut a spine into a small piece for weed that we must put in the plastic cup. Step 3. Make a several hole in the cup to make sure the root of the plant can make through the hole. Step 4. Assemble all of the components that we already create. Now our reuse plastic hydroponic system have complete. So the suitable plant that we can use the hydroponic is like tomatoes, lettuce and spinach. Lastly, there is more other ideas to repurpose plastic waste creatively. Number 1 is to build a flower pot from water bottle, pencil case, bird feeder and decoration.
Okay, now I will continue with recycle. Okay, what is recycling? Recycling is the process of collecting and processing material that will otherwise be thrown away as a trash and turning the trash into a new product. recycling can be benefit to community and environment. Okay, here is the benefit of recycling. Benefit number 1 is recycling can reduce amount of waste sent to landfill and incinerators. Benefit number 2 is recycling can conserve natural resources such as timber, water and mineral. Benefit number 3, recycling help to prevent pollution by reducing the need to collect a new raw material. And benefit number 4, recycling helps to create job in the recycling and manufacturing industry in our country. Okay, so how to recycle all the plastic? Okay, plastic recycling is the method of gathering waste plastic and reconverting them to new and useful plastic product. Okay, plastic recycling ensure that this massive amount of plastic does not to waste and reprocess the material to become other products. There are few steps to recycle. Step number 1 is a collection of plastic waste. Okay, the worker and volunteer will go around and collecting waste from homes, office, public places, or the citizen dispose their plastic at the collection site. Step number 2, sorting of plastic into categories. All the plastic will separate according to their type, such as size, color, thickness and use. Step number 3, washing to remove impurities. Okay, this process will remove glue and additional chemical that the plastic material may contain. Step number 4, shredding and resizing. Okay, all the material will be put into shredded to reduce plastic into fragment. Okay, all the material of plastic will be cut into tiny pieces. Step number 5, identification and separation of plastic. Okay, plastic particle will undergo testing procedure such as density, thickness, color and melting point. Okay, and last step, which is step number 6, compounding. Okay, in this step, recycler transform plastic particle into material that manufacturer can reproduce. Okay, compounding involve smashing and melting plastic particle to create pellet called extrusion process.
So as a conclusion, plastic is actually valuable to us. So don't let the plastic pollute our beautiful country land. I know that it is going to take a lot of effort in order to do this, but there is no reason why we cannot do this together. Remember to reuse, reduce and recycle the plastic. Together we can make the difference. Thank you.